Welcome to Hunting Vintage with Dusk, where every card has a story. Continue the story of these cards today. Here I got a box that I won, I want to say, it seems like a year ago. Paid like $35, $45 for the box, and it was about $15 shipping. I cannot find exactly what it is that was in here that caused me to purchase this. I just think it was a random lot of older cards. So this is going to be a treat for all of us, especially me, because I have no idea what's in here. I couldn't find the receipt for the purchase of it. Let's check it out, and let's see what's in here. A quick glance, as you can see, there's some 72s in here and some 79s. So that's the reason why I bid on it, 75s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video now, pull everything out, and let's see what we got. Oh, now that I got the box unloaded, this should be pretty fun. Found a 1955 Bowman umpire card. Fortunately, it's creased. And again, I paid $45 for this. It was about 60 bucks with shipping for this whole lot here. So I saw this one. I was pretty excited about that. And then I saw this 1973 Joe Morgan as I was getting everything out. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's a little creased up. But again, it's part of the fun of going through these old cards. And then got all these coins. I'm not sure what year these coins are. I never really went after the coins. I know nothing about them. We got Frank Robinson, Rod Carew, Walt Williams, John Bateman, Louis Aparicio, Jim Rooker, and Roy White. Again, I'm not sure what year. And these are what the backs look like. So anybody know if these are worth anything or anything about them? Comment below, let me know. Alright, let's get the ripping into the stack and see what we can find here. So obviously anything from 1950s until mid 80s. So we got a 73 Tom Foley, Oakland A's. Louis Tiant 73, unfortunately it's a little creased up. But then again, should be in the Hall of Fame. If you believe Louis Tiant should be in the Hall of Fame, give a like, comment below. If there's any other players you think should be in the Hall of Fame, comment below as well. We got 83 Ron Reed, Mike Caldwell, Wilt May, Mike Caldwell, 78, 82. So again, really what we're looking for is just any star players. Mickey Lolich is a little creased up. So I'll try to go through this a little faster than I normally would. So is everybody's fantasy football season going? Mine is, I'm 5-4 right now. Caught a couple lucky wins. Milt Pappas. But my 5 running backs that I drafted, Jahmyr Gibbs, Chris Brown, Alvin Kamara, Kevin Walker III, and Tony Pollard. They really haven't done well for me. Jack Morris, Hall of Fame. Again, look for the missing black line on the 82 that you might have. Jim Palmer, Fernando Valenzuela, Dave Parker. The blacklist 82s are highly sought after. For a while, they weren't considered errors. Buddy Bell. So again, I'm holding the fantasy football together with duct tape and super glue. Got Nolan Ryan, leader card. Rod Carew, leader card. George Brett, leader card. So just quickly going through. Oh, another Nolan Ryan, another Rod Carew. Reggie Jackson, 82. Okay conditions. Got a little dinged up corner. Billy Sample. Phil Gardner. So right now I'm just trying to put these in late 80s, early 80s, and 70s. Marty Patton, 75. Gene Garber. Jerry Harrison, Joe Decker. Joe Torre. Jerry Reese. Aw man, Brooks Robinson all tore up. Got some tape on it too. Yeah, sure, I could go after the fancy schmancy new cards, or I can go after the old ones that has a little love in them. Somebody enjoyed them at one time or another. 77, Tom Hutton. 75, 82, Donruss, Rupert Jones, Lee May, Alfredo Griffin, Aurelio Lopez. Ooh, 82, Mike Schmidt. Really nice condition on that one, just a little off center. Dwight Evans. Now, a lot of people believe he should probably be in the Hall of Fame too. What do you guys think? Should Dwight Evans be in the Hall of Fame? Dave Parker? Again, if you believe Dwight Evans should be in the Hall of Fame, don't forget to comment below. Let your voice be heard. Enough people talk about it. Bobby Valentine. Maybe someday, you know, these guys who should be in a Hall of Fame that aren't might get in there in a Veterans Committee. Like Lou Whitaker. Oh, 81 Mike Schmidt. There's nice. No creases. Craig Nettles. Future stars. Rookies that suck. Bucky Dent. Don Ace. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Bill Fay on the 81. Gary Woods. Steve Kemp. More 75s. I'm not sure if that's... No, it's not Reggie. Reggie Smith. Rick Monday. Oh, this one's actually in a sleeve. Roy White, outfielder. Not sure why anybody would put him in a sleeve. Whitey Lockman, the 73s. Once I go through this with you guys, showing you different cards, I'll double check them, see if there's any high numbers possibly. Sometimes the high numbers can sneak up on you, especially in some kind of crazy bulk lot like this. Back to 82. Ed Lynch. Robin Yount, 82. Donruss. Eddie Murray. Cal Ripken Sr. Dan Meyer. Some more 82s. Tippy Martinez. Reggie Smith. Cal Ripken Sr. again. Be nice to find a Cal Ripken Jr. in this box. Hopefully it's in good condition. Vance Law, second year. Sparky. Ray Knight. Roy Smalley, Diamond King. Dave Parker, Diamond King. Buddy Bell, George Brett, Diamond King. Dwight Evans. Vida Blue. There's an interesting. Should Vida Blue be in the Hall of Fame? Another George Brett. A lot of people believe he just had some really good years. But his problem was his off-the-field stuff was the reason why people believe that he isn't making it into the Hall of Fame. Carlton Fisk on a 78. A little beat up. Al Bunbury. Tom Seaver, Diamond King. Carlton Fisk. Dwight Evans. So we're hitting some nice star players here. George Brett, Ken Brent Brothers. 1980. 82 Willie Stargell. 72 Joe Torre. 79 Tony Perez. No creases. Decent looking. Got a little issue with a corner. Sorry, I had to move that down a little bit. Tom Blackwell on the 82. Wilkenfuss, Craig Nettles. Wayne Cage. Yep, 74s. So we got the Phillies' finest. Is that Pete Rose and Mike Schmidt? 78. So, ooh, it's 82 Andre Dawson. So I'm sticking between 82 and late 70s. Always some decent players in those years. Gaylord Perry, Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Smith's in really nice shape. Decent centering. Jim Cott. Little Hall of Famer runner there. Tim House. Boa. Pat Kelly. Alright, so we are 1/6 of the way through this here as soon as we go through the small little stack of cards here. So far, how do you think we're doing? Seen a lot of Hall of Famers. in the early 80s. It'd be nice to see some of the late 70s, mid 70s, especially in the 75s, looking for some of those nice Hall of Famers like George Brett and Robin Yount. Another Phillies finest of Pete Rose and Mike Schmidt. 73 Don Baylor. I think that's his, third year card or so. That's all creased up. There's a crease right there. Ken Henderson, 78. That Fergie Jenkins on the 78. Nice, no creases on that one. Jim Clancy, 78. So how you guys enjoying the rips of the packs? We got a 19, I believe 60 coaches, very dried out, probably water damaged. So you guys enjoying the pack rips? 88 Mike Greenwell, rest in peace, Mike. I was doing 5 packs a day, but I think I'm changing it to 2 packs. As you can see, over the last couple days or weeks or so, depending on when I put this out. Steve Yeager, Billy Smith. We got 1970 George Scott, a couple of them. Tommy Sisk. 1970 Louis Aparicio. It's got a crease of it though, unfortunately. Back to 82. I've been sitting on this box for at least 8 months. Couldn't remember what was in it. I won it out of a whim when I was driving one day during the big Amazon crash that we had last year in 2024. I was driving to take the dog to the dog park, and I saw this lot, and it's going for like $30-$35, and I put a couple of bids on it and won it. Sort of had buyer's remorse after I won it, but right now it looks like doing pretty good. I'm finding some decent stuff here. Again, I'm sorry if the camera's not holding into view. I got a new camera, so for those who haven't been able to tell, the lens, instead of being up here, is down here on my setup that I have because I'm right-handed. Here we go at 82 Gaylord Perry. Alright, let me find a Ripken. That'd be sweet. Don Zimmer, Earl Weaver, Glenn Abbott, Steve, Louis Pujols. Wonder if that's Albert's dad. Not sure. Alright, back to 78s. Phil Garner. Frank Tanana. Another one who's got the stats, the longevity. Not really a star player in any one season or any one year or have any career highlights, but just pitched forever. I looked up his stats around par with Jim Bunning and a couple other Hall of Famers. Doc Ellis, 78. American League champs on the 78. Coaches, Manny Mota. Alright, move some of these out of the way. I think what I'll do is I'll go through one more Jack Morris. I'll go through one more stack, full stack, and then I will cut to the highlights, because otherwise this is going to be almost an hour long, and I don't know if I have the fortitude to sit and edit an hour-long video. But I can edit a 20-25 minute video, because my edit techniques, I usually take a 20-minute video and cut it down to like 12 minutes. But there's just a lot of Jack Clark on the 82. There's just a lot of finagling to go with it. I do my own editing, I do my own uploads, I do everything myself, so it can just get kind of... Ricky Henderson on the 82. I don't know. It's not scratched. It's not creased. That's a nice looking 82 Henderson. Jim Rice on the 82 Donruss. We got some A's There's some teams cards from 75. Another reason why I want to do one more, I think I saw a 66 in here of a Hall of Famer. Be his second year card. Rick Russell, 82. I want to see if I can remember which pile it in. Go through there. The problem is if I go through all the stuff off camera, come back, guys think I'm probably lying. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got time to try to add some stuff that I find. Ooh, look at that miscut. People believe I do that. That's on them. Mike Schmidt, $83. Lou Piniella on the 79. I ain't got time to do all that, trying to doctor the videos. And Joe Necro, Bobby Clark, Enos Campbell, Tom Seaver on a Diamond King. Not sure what year. Ted Simmons, Davey Lopes. Yeah, I don't have time to try to doctor anything. Carlton Fisk. It's just not worth my integrity. Hoping to bring you guys fun stuff, unboxings, different things. Been doing well at the flea markets. Ooh, Willie Stargell in the 82 here in town. Need to find another one though. Seems like I've all but went through Tommy Lasorda, Vita Blue again. I've gone through all the people and gone through all the sellers. I'm just seeing the same stuff over and over again. Luckily, there's one guy that I go to. It seems like every week he's got something new. He had that 73, or he had that 66 set break that I got a bunch of those Hall of Famers, low-end Hall of Famers off of. So he's telling me he's got a lineup on some T206s and other tobacco cards. Guy's got full sets for the 50s all the way up to the 70s. Calls it a once in a lifetime find. Kind of cool to get a hold of that. 87s. No. This is the one I think I had the 66s in this stack here. Chuck Taylor, some 72s. Troberg. So I'll go through this stack with you guys and then I'll take it off and do the last 3 stacks by myself and show you the highlights. So that way this is not an hour-long video. Trying to cut it down to Oh, there he is. 66 Tony. Oh no, that's not his second year card. I thought it was Tony Perez. 66 Tony Leva. It's got a crease across it. Hey, we got the Bubblegum Champ. Bazooka Bubblegum Champ. Some more 75s. Walt Williams, the 72. Complete Mark Checklist, first series. Mickey Lolich, Vita Blue, leader card. Cesar Sardonia has got some tape on it. 75s. 1980 Dusty Baker, back to 70s. 74s. 77s. Oh, Darrell Evans, excuse me. Not Dwight Evans, Darrell Evans. It's kind of interesting. I always see the Cubs with the floating heads for some reason in the late 70s. I'm not sure. Can I get everybody together? Ted Sizemore in a 77. Looking for the rookies, the major ones. Andre Dawson or Dale Murphy. Nice to find one of those in here. 78. I guess 78 on Mark. Oh no. 88 on Mark Checklist. Denny Martinez. Fergie Jenkins on the 78. So I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Sorry if the... Oh, got a hockey? Anybody here in hockey? Nope. Don't even know what year these are. Looks like 81, 82. So Rick Cerone. So this guy was Mickey Stanley in the 79. So this guy was collecting the late 70s, early 80s. Whoever's cards these were. So is there anything I can do to bring better videos to you guys? You guys enjoying what I've been posting? I know it seems like I've been posting a lot of the same stuff with the 70s stuff, but you know, sometimes you got to get what you can afford. I try to step out into the 60s and 50s every now and again. Dan Pasqua. Oh, Doc Gooden. Ooh, it'd be nice to get a Don Mattingly rookie. The 84. Some more hockey. Oh, now we got some football. Jim Marshall. More hockey. Well, if any of these names of these hockey players look anything are any good, let me know. Because I definitely don't know nothing about no early 80s hockey. Larry Bow on a 75. Get some of these 80s cards out of the way. Craig Nettles. Rick Wise on the 79. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing too terribly bad so far. Getting some nice Hall of Famers. Gary Carter. Oh, Yogi Berra. Too bad it wasn't one of his playing day cards. Lee Mazzelli. Another Yogi Berra. Claudell Washington. Al Bunbury. Some rookies. Ron Oyster. Remember that name back in the day? Mike Lacrosse. Mike Heath. More floating heads. Cubs. 77 football checklist unmarked. Got a little crease in the corner. Oh, Jim Rice on the 82. Rusty Stav. Another 78 Lee Mazzelli. Ken Caminiti rookie card. Mark McGuire's, technically fourth year? 87, 88. Yeah, fourth year card. John Stearns. Mike Schmidt on the 82. Oh, got the other Bash brother. Alright, things are complete. We got the Bash brothers. Tom Seaver on the 83. Mookie Wilson. Another Tom Seaver on the 83. Tug McGraw. Another 82 Tom Seaver. Ron Guidry. Dave Kingman on the 82. 76. Trying to go through this quick. Ooh, 82 Fisk. 82 Steve Yager. Some coaches. Diamond Kings checklist. Ooh, what do we got here? Johnny Bench and Seaver, maybe? Yep, Johnny Bench and Seaver. Don Zimmer. Another Jim Rice. 82 Murray. Joe Nolan. Some 70s. 78s. Sparky Anderson. Alright, I'll finish this group of cards here, and then we'll do the super fast Scooby-Doo ending. Or I'll do the last 3 stacks off camera and come back and show you the hits. If there's any. There should be, because it seems like I'm getting some, even if they're in the early 80s, I'm getting some nice Hall of Fame hits. Low-end Hall of Famers, I'd call them. Jesus Alou, 79. Some more 79s. Be kind of cool if I pulled out a 79 Ozzie Smith rookie. Oh, there we go. 79 Louis Tiant. It's got a little crease, though. Unfortunately, Rick Weiss. Charlie Moore. Milt May. Ted Sizemore. Craig Reynolds. Alright, so I'm going to do the next 3 stacks off camera. We'll come back and we'll do a recap. See how everything goes. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. Alright, we're back with the recap. So, for those checklist fans, got a bunch of 82 downers checklist. There was 84 downers, a couple 79 checklists that are not marked. So I'm more impressed with the 79. However, there was 72 checklist that's not marked. However, as you can see, it's got some creases in it. Found a couple 1972 high numbers, 619 and 597. Again, got a couple creases in it. And then I guess these are $12,000 error cards because of the print issue there. I know it's just a joke, but did get a Bruce Sutter Hall of Fame. And these are all the rest of those 3 stacks of I went through that have higher end players. You got Dave Stewart rookie, Lou Whitaker, Paul Molitor 82, Tom Seaver, Willie Stargell, Tony Perez, another Dave Stewart, Dwight Evans, Charlie Huff 79, Don Sutton on 81 record breaker, Jack Morris, Frank Robinson, manager cards on 82, Don Sutton again, Johnny Bench and Tom Seaver, Dave Parker, who got in a Hall of Fame last year, Paul Molitor, another Perez, Fergie Jenkins, Reggie Jackson, Dennis Eckersley, and I know there's people who don't believe Eckersley should be there, Perez, Rose, and Morgan. Nice card there. It's got a small crease right across the front of it. Fergie Jenkins, Steve Carlton, Jim Rice, got a Nolan, Bob Gibson, turn back the clocks from the 88s, Reggie Jackson, Phil Necro, Ricky Henderson, another Fergie, 72 Boyhood Dreams of Brooks Robinson, too bad it's creased up a little bit, Lou Whitaker, Frank Robinson, manager, Steve Garvey, Trammell, Charlie Huff, Gary Carter, Pete Rose and Mike Schmidt, Ozzie Smith, Andre Dawson, George Brett, Goose, some Lee Smith rookies. So I got Dave Stewart and Lee Smith rookies. Another Dave Stewart rookie. Jim Palmer, Sutton, Fisk, Diamond King, Vita Blue, Gary Carter, another Bench and Seaver, Woolwich and Vita Blue, another one. Charlie Huff, Jim Cott, Vita Blue, Reggie Jackson, Carl Yastrzemski, Del Murphy, the only Del Murphy card and all that. Interesting. And Jim Catfish Hunter. Just a little off center, but otherwise in that okay condition. So, all in all, Hall of Famers, rookies, and stars. Yeah. Good 100 cards or so. Some interesting pulls like the 55 Bowman, the 60 Mike Higgins, and then there was the Tony Oliva and the 66 and the coins. Again, if you guys know anything about these coins, let me know. But otherwise than that, as always, thanks for watching and happy hunting.